Hi everyone, welcome into My Chamber TV, the heartbeat of our community. I'm your host, Barbara Marville Kelly. Thank you so much for joining us. I have two special guests, return guests. We have Paul Friedlander from the West Pasco Chamber of Commerce, and we also have our very own Tampa Bay multimedia expert who wears so many different hats, Rod Wortham.
Hey, she got the name right.
I know. Welcome, both of you guys.
Thank you.
We're going to have a lot of fun today. I know, because I know you have a lot to share. I don't know who to start with first, but first, can we just say, how do you like our new set? How fun is this?
This new set is awesome. I'm going to start reserving time for a nap.
I know, that's what they're saying. They're ready to take a nap. They see these great couches and everything. But you know, a lot of things that are going on in the Chamber and at Tampa Bay Multimedia, and it's really exciting to do these shows because of what is happening in the neighborhood and the growth, especially up here in West Pasco. Paul was actually, and he's the director of West Pasco, was our very first guest, I do believe, of one of our very first chambers.
And an honor it was. Thank you.
I know that. So I'm going to start a little bit with you and have you share with our audience what it's done for you coming on as a guest as we go ahead and deliver the messages out there on how important it is to become a chamber member.
Well, Barb, what's happened is, as a result of this, you guys have become actually a central part of a lot of the growth here in the West Pasco area because, as you know, when we first came, we were down in the Tarpon Springs area. Through the development of business and what's happening in this marketplace, we were able to get you guys up here, and we're so excited about that. Not just because it's obviously it's very convenient for us to be over here.
Yeah, did you walk here?
Just about. If you didn't want me, if I was going to, but then I thought looking up here and sweating wouldn't look good. But no, what it has done and what you guys have you've offered an opportunity for our small businesses and our businesses in this market to grow, and you've done it you've got some things that I know Rod's going to talk about, which everybody's going to be real excited about later, but you've given them the opportunity for us as a chamber and our businesses to grow, and that's what it's all about. You've had Chip on the show numerous times, and
yes.
excuse me, one of his taglines is "This chamber means business." So the West Pasco Chamber of Commerce means business, but what does that mean? That means how do we help? For example, Rod is a new player of Tampa Bay Multimedia. So Tampa Bay Multimedia has grown by one quote-unquote employee, if you want to use it. Not exactly, but if you want to use it, that's what it's all about. What do we do to get that business to the next step? How do we get them to grow by one employee? How do we get them to increase their business by 10%, 20%? And you guys have become such an integral part of that because you allow us the opportunity not only to talk about our events, which are wonderful, but you allow us the opportunity to talk about our businesses.
Exactly.
And as I mentioned before, later in the show or whenever, Rod's going to talk about, and you are going to talk about some exciting things that are going to help us let those businesses grow even more. And we truly appreciate that.
Well, that's one of the reasons why I thought it would be great to have you guys on the show today. We're going to show a little bit of footage on how we get out into the community and interview different events. And we're going to be showing the event over at Dulcettes, which was absolutely delightful last week. I had so much fun, and the lunch was pretty darn good, too. So we'll be talking about that as well. And I'll tell you, it's been a year and a half since we launched these shows.
Yes.
And I tell you, I never have trouble getting guests to come on because it's so exciting, because it is really a platform to, get the message out and share why it's so important. In fact, I have to say, Paul is the one that got me out on the dance floor, dancing with the local stars. And it happened right at one of our chamber events, or one of our chamber shows.
Chamber shows.
So that was fun. Anyway, so I'll blame you for my sore dancing feet.
There you go. That's okay. And we've got Dancing with the Local Stars coming up again up here in the West Pasco area in October.
We do. This time last year I was participating. In fact, I want to go ahead and reach out to those dancers, have them come on, and we'll promote all of them again. That was a lot of fun.
It was a blast.
I know.
And again, this is such a giving community in terms of the fundraiser. I always say that you'd think with the number of fundraisers, the amount of giving that this community does, you'd think there were 4 million people that lived here.
Isn't that the truth? It's like a small city, small county with big hearts.
Yes.
That's truly what it is. So, Mr. Rod,
you're going to ask me to dance? I mean, you guys were all talking about dancing, and no one asked me to dance.
We could. Want to dance?
Let me get this cleared off. No, I think we're better off with just using your imagination that I'm not a dancer.
But we can get you to be one, right? Well, anyway, I want to just introduce Rod because he is Director of Operations, Marketing, among so many other things. And we're really glad to have him part of Tampa Bay Multimedia because it's like the added extra glue that just brings it all together and makes it stick. He was really a great addition, a great asset to us, and really is bringing a lot to the table to make our business grow and to help you out there make your business grow as well. So I would like to hear what you'd like to share today.
Well, first of all, I'm glad to be here. Tampa Bay Multimedia is so excited to be a part of New Port Richey. And Paul, I know that you guys were instrumental in us actually being able to acquire this new studio. And now I know why you were good, because now you just get takes you like a minute to get over there.
He doesn't have to drive as far.
Yeah, now he's wanting to know when we take lunch so he can come over and take a nap. No, we didn't say that, Chip, not really. But no, we're excited to be here. And you know, it's kind of fun. Today we were just, here in a normal day, and I think we had 3 or 4 new clients, 3 or 4 new businesses that just happened to kind of stroll in today going, hey, we know that you guys are here now. So I think we've made it convenient for especially the West Pasco Chamber members to come in here and interact with us. Because, basically what our little slogan is our job is to help you, a business owner, get noticed. So if you're a chamber member out there, as you can see, we've got a few extra seats.
Yes, we do.
So get a hold of Paul or get a hold of Barbara and come in and talk about your business and let people know, because our viewership is going up every single week.
It is.
And that's just to do with having good businesses on here, having good content. But we're real excited about a new program that we have, and it's called BizMix. And BizMix is more than just us talking about businesses, because BizMix is a way for us to help the businesses of New Port Richey and Pasco County to get interactive with the consumer, the customer. And we've got some exciting things that are going to happen with that. We're going to have a little scavenger hunt, and we're going to have highlighted businesses. And for business owners, what we're going to do is we actually have a panel. And we're going to talk about everyday problems that small business owners face every single day. So we've got a social media expert, we've got a marketing person, we've got a web designer, we have someone from the legal side, we have someone from the financial side. So our goal is to make sure that at the end of every single one of these programs, that a business owner is actually watching that and saying, you know what, I actually learned something on there today.
Yes.
I was getting ready to do that, and I really wasn't sure how to do that, or I was getting ready to do that, and now I'm glad I'm not, because I know the pitfall of it. And the other thing is the consumers are going to be able to actually watch this program too. So we're going to have 2 portions of the show that Barbara's going to be the host of, and she's going to be highlighting that particular business in a 5-minute little interview thing.
Yes.
And if you've never seen her do a business interview, she's as good as anybody I've ever seen do that.
Thank you. It's fun. I do what I love and love what I do. But this BizMix is really needed. I know from a personal standpoint, and this is the honest to goodness truth, since I started doing my chamber TV, I've learned so much from the chambers and doing business, what to do, what not to do. So this whole panel in one concentrated location, and then to have our 2 promotional spots featuring businesses on the show, is really going to be a win-win for everybody, because there's things happening every day. This is the one thing that that was really my big takeaway. Business is not as usual as it once was. I know that from my own point of view, from what I see with my husband's business and everything. And then the buzz in the neighborhood as I go outside and network, and I'm on the phone, I'm hearing the same thing from a lot of people, and business is changing every single day.
Absolutely.
With all the electronic gadgets and, excuse me, the social media, with Twitter, with Facebook and all of that, how does a person keep up? I've got a really big question for that panel and for anybody, because you find yourself, I don't want to say wasting time, but I heard one of our chamber members told me just last week that today it's not a regular business day from 9 to 5, okay? It's however much time you have to spend to get the job done. And I'm thinking to myself, oh, that makes a lot of sense. Yeah, I'm trying to reboot my computer. I'm trying to, and that you know, and all this takes time. So if you can troubleshoot, like with this show, and then the other thing are the legal things that you need to know. How we can help from a format like this is going to be absolutely astronomical. I'm very excited about it.
Well, one of the things that we're faced with today is that we probably all grew up in what we call the microwave society.
Yeah.
Right.
And today we are growing up in an interactive society.
Yes.
People want to see things when they want to see it. They want to see things visual. We're very, very visual today. I mean, if you look at a cell phone today, think about all the things that it does.
I know.
I mean, it's like a mini computer in your hands. It takes pictures. It takes videos. So we're literally in that interactive thing. So they not only want to see it, but they want to be able to interact with you.
Yes.
And we're going to show local business owners and local consumers on how they're going to be able to participate with BizMix, shoot QR codes throughout businesses all over West Pasco County, and then interact with them, and then actually be able to get onto their, if you would, to their text messaging list.
Yes.
So that if there's a big special going on, it can be delivered right there to their cell phone, so they're not missing out on anything.
Absolutely.
And I think that's the cool thing. The cool thing is we're going to show local business owners, number one, how to get on these screens.
Yes.
Because,
exactly.
you know, I mean, we had a marketing firm in St. Louis years and years ago, and we were all about selling the traditional things of advertising.
Of
and
course.
as you know today, those traditional days are gone.
Oh, yeah.
They're completely gone. Everybody wants to know, how can I get on this most valuable piece of real estate, which are the screens on all of these different devices. I mean, it's crazy. If you go out someplace, I remember the last time I was in the airport, I stood back, literally could see thousands and thousands of people in front of me. And you know, you used to go to the airport and the noise level there was really high.
Right.
There were times that you could have heard a pin drop. And you look down through the different corridors and everything, and everybody has a tablet or a cell phone, or they're plugged into a charger. And I'm like, wow, has things really changed?
They have. And you know, as a baby boomer, these electronic gadgets, you know, I was like, I don't want to learn these. Let's just do it the old-fashioned way, because you get comfortable with all that. But then you don't look professional when you're not up current and everything. I mean, I just found out about that periscoping, and now I'm really hooked on that. And I'm kind of proud of myself because it was pretty easy to hook up. But the point is, you got to be tech savvy.
Well, yeah, and the great thing about it is that we're all still trying to figure it out. So the best way to figure it out is go find the youngest person in your household.
Yes.
Right.
I mean, you could go down to the 5-year-old and go, I'm really struggling with this. And they'll be like, you know, Grandpa, give it to me. Let me show you how to do it. Because they know.
They do know.
And what that tells a business owner is that, look, these are my future customers.
Yep.
And I better get plugged in. I better get connected, or I'm basically going to get left behind. And a lot of that has to do with the BizMix program, and again, and it's going to be a lot of fun.
Oh, it's going to be a blast. It really is. And you know, getting back to the knowledge, it was you, Rod, that taught me about I know. But you taught me about the fact that people are watching videos 12 times more than reading text. And I could so relate to that because they want the information now. They can see it, and it's done and over with, and then they get it.
Well, when you think about the fact that sites like YouTube and Facebook are now used more than Google. I mean, and here's the weird thing. I mean, you're talking about 3 major corporations out there. You talk about Facebook, you talk about YouTube, you talk about Google, and I could ask the viewers, I can ask the 3 of you, have any of you ever written them a check?
No.
No.
So people are using this medium out there, and they're using it for free,
Yes.
but yet these companies are worth billions of dollars.
I know, go figure.
So that's, again, one of the things that we want to be able to do. We want to be able to show local businesses, we want to be able to show local consumers, because at the end of the day, the consumer's going to be the real winner.
That's right.
You know, if there's a particular restaurant in downtown Newport Richey and they've got a special going on, and they're sending a coupon to the consumer's like, well, this is really cool. I went in and I bought one entree and I got the other one for 50% off. So they saved. The business got a new customer in the door. Everybody becomes a winner. And you know, this whole BizMix program for West Pasco here is really kind of being brought to the consumer and the business owners through the chamber.
Exactly. So we're bringing everybody together. It's a win-win. We have to take a little time out for some housekeeping. You're going to stay with me?
Absolutely.
Awesome. We'll be right back.
If I don't go to sleep.
Listen to that. We'll be right back.
This is one bee that loves going to the dentist because it's made for you and me.
My name is Dr. Becerra from New Tampa Pediatric Dental, providing a comfortable atmosphere in early dental care. Gives kids a great start for healthy teeth and gums for life.
When I go to Dr. B, they don't do anything to hurt you.
I used to be afraid, but I'm not now. I'm not afraid of the dentist anymore. I love to see Dr. B.
Call New Tampa Pediatric Dental today.
Everyone's story is different, so why be limited to just one or two options? With Norcom's Norflex Home Loan, you're given the flexibility to tell your story. Pick your terms from 8 to 30 years, all while maintaining a low, fixed mortgage rate. You can pay off your loan more quickly or choose a term based on your budget and timeline. Whatever you do with the Norflex Home Loan, make it part of your financial plan. Norflex. Short-term, long-term, your terms. Apply online at norcommortgage.com.
Revolutionary in his field, Dr. Bonatti created, perfected, and patented the Bonatti spine procedures. Using his genius, Bonatti invented precise tools necessary to minimize surgery, scarring, anesthesia, and recovery. So successful are the Bonatti spine procedures, they consistently reflect over 94% patient satisfaction. 45,000 successful procedures have been performed exclusively at our location. Nearly half our patients suffer from failed back and neck surgeries at other facilities. Bonatti succeeds where others fail.
Ever need a doctor after hours? Well, searching won't help. But what do? You could go to the urgent care or ER, but if only there was a better way. Introducing the MNO Plus card. No waiting rooms, no copay, no consultation fee, giving you 24/7 access to a doctor by phone or online. It's easy to get started with affordable plans starting at $15 a month for a family of 5. For more information, visit mnoplus.com today.
welcome back in, everyone, to My Chamber TV. Excuse me, I have a little something going on in my throat. Do you?
We do. It's something kind of going around. Paul, are you?
I'm good.
No, Paul's good.
I'm good.
Hey, I'm glad you woke up. They took a little nap during the 3 minutes.
Nice.
So, are you able to do the show now, or are you not groggy or anything?
We're resting.
Okay.
We're rested and ready to go.
All right. So, welcome back in to My Chamber TV. We're sitting here talking about the growth here at Tampa Bay Multimedia. We have Rod and, oh gosh, I almost forgot your name, Paul. Friedlander.
At least she didn't call you Robert.
It's all right.
I'm never going to live that down. Rod and I did a piece, and I went to introduce him, and I called him Rob. So now that's a standing joke here.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was a good one.
That was take 2, though. We stopped because we've all froze.
It's fun. Isn't this fun?
This is a blast, and this is what it's about. We did a educational thing. We had an educational seminar last week during the business invasion, this membership success, and we did 2 of them. But the one night that we did it, that was what they talked about. We talked about what chamber members and what other people are looking for. They're looking to have fun. That doesn't mean you can't do business. In fact, Chip decided to coin a phrase. Now the acronym for fun is fantastic, unbelievable networking.
I love that. I really do.
And it really is. You do want it to be fun, and we always have. That's part of what makes this show so great. Is we always have fun. To carry over what Rod was talking about before, he'd given me another example last week or the week before when we were talking about the QR codes and the texting and stuff, and I don't want to add insult to injury because I know a lot of people are still having challenges with all the rain and the flooding, but when it rains like that, he was saying, people a lot of times don't come out of their house. What if they got a text right away that we're having a rainy day special? Come in, buy 1 lunch, get 1 lunch free.
Exactly.
And I mean, how exciting would that be for a restaurant? Or, I mean, other businesses could come up with something really fun to do when weather's not that great or when there's some challenges going on. That's what it's about. You talked about the technology today. When it was interesting, when my grandfather lived to be 98 and a half, so he born in 1895.
I'd love him.
And so when we did the memorial service, he passed away in 93. What I did, part of the memorial service, was I did a timeline of what's happened since 1895. Well, you had the car, you had the airplane, you had jets, you had rocket ships. But if you think about since 93 to now, the timeline with things that have been invented, you wouldn't be able to do it.
Right.
It would take you 5 days to tell of everything that's been invented since 93 to today, as opposed to between 1895 and 1993.
Yeah.
I mean, it's phenomenal when you think about it. The key is that even with BizMix, guys, when they're talking about BizMix, they're talking about a 3 to 5 minute professionally done video that's going to capture somebody's audience for your business. It's going to capture your audience, I apologize, for your business. Here's what's neat about that. Capturing is what's critical because, as you mentioned, all of us have talked about it, there's so much, and I mean this in a negative sense, but there's so much noise out there. I mean, I have 3 emails. I get text messages. You have Facebook. You've got YouTube. You've got all types of things. So how do you capture that? This is why they said, you work until it gets done. But sometimes you got to get rid of some of that noise to really get what needs to be done.
Thank you.
And so you've got to in this day and age, you almost need an expert in saying, okay, this stuff's not important right now, and don't worry about it. And if you've got the first 4 letters of the word analyst, which is what I am, then you're going, well, I need to get all this other stuff cleaned up, and you can spend hours doing it.
Sure.
Well, do you remember when we'd all first start getting emails? Excuse me. We would get an email and go, oh my gosh, who's sending that to me?
Yeah.
Now we get up in the morning and go, look at all these emails. Delete, delete, delete,
Yeah.
delete, 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 delete.
Do you do that?
Okay, so we all do that,
Yeah.
because the times have changed, and now we're getting, you can call it spamming or whatever, but just think about it. Now, when you get a text message, how many text messages do you delete without reading it?
No, it's true.
It's like,
true.
oh my gosh.
I know, and that's the time-consuming thing. You know what? We have some videos that I want to refer to, and we're going to come back and talk to the guys here. But we do have, I'm pretty sure we have an interview with Paul as well. And then when we come back, let's talk about how we do get out into the community. Oh, you don't have that one this time? Next time. Next month, because they'll be back for the West Pasco. What we did is we went over to Dulcettes. They had a fabulous luncheon over there, and we interviewed the president. So we're going to go ahead and toss to that video. I think you'll really enjoy it. We'll be back after that.
Welcome into My Chamber TV. I'm your host, Barbara Marvel, and I'm here with the Honorable Mr. Dulcet himself, actually Nelson. Welcome. I'm so glad to have a little piece of information about you on our show, My Chamber TV. And the pleasure of eating here today was absolutely superb. So you're president of Dulcet's, and you spoke today about your goals and your recipe for success, which I found absolutely amazing.
Thank you very much. Dulcet is a restaurant and lounge upscale. What we have tried to do here in downtown Newport Richey is to bring upscale fine dining restaurant and lounge to a downtown area that actually, I believe, do really need it.
Well, it certainly has made a major impact. It really is the buzz in the community. Newport Richey is now known as the Renaissance of the area. Now, what does Dulcet actually mean?
Dulcet is of Latin origin. It actually stands for sweet to the taste, pleasing to the eye, and pleasant to the ear. That's the meaning of Dulcet. What we try to do is incorporate these three meanings into Dulcet. Yeah, if you go around Dulcet, you see that one, with our chef, executive chef Paul Sims, you are going to be guaranteed the best and tastiest meal ever. The way it's presented, the detail that goes into the making of the meal, and the fact also that everything is made from scratch at Dulcet. We don't bring anything from the outside already made. It's made fresh. It's all organic. That makes it actually very, very sweet to the taste. Pleasing to the eye. If you go around Dulcet, the ambience, I mean, something that anybody that works in here will really feel. It's almost like they're not in Newport Richey anymore, they're in Miami or New York. So it's really pleasing to the eye. And the music that comes through, we have about 50 to 60 hidden ceiling speakers here that actually brings the best in music quality. So that way we felt that we're able to cover the true meaning of Dulcet.
Well, I don't think I could add any more to that. That was quite eloquent and quite true. I want to thank you, Nelson.
Thank you very much for coming here.
And continued good luck and success. And now back to you, My Chamber TV, the heartbeat of our community. Barbara Marville. What did you say?
I said she's everywhere.
I know, I do find myself just about everywhere. But thanks for joining us. That was a little clip from the Dulcet interview with the President Nelson over there. And that, I'll tell you, that place was awesome. You missed that luncheon, didn't you?
I know. If it sounds like fun, they're dancing, I'm left out. Food, I'm left out. I don't get it.
Are you taking it personally? You don't want to take it
personally.
Yeah, I am. He's taking it Promise, we'll get you on the dance floor and we'll get you out eating lunch with us.
What they're probably going to want me to do is to dance and eat at the same time.
At the same time. There you go. Multitask. Well, yeah, just one more thing that we have to do.
That would be awesome.
So we're going to go ahead and talk a little bit more about our BizMix show, which Rod is really heading up for us. And I am thrilled to do the hosting of those videos because it's true. I can't say this enough that And again, I have to say, I have to give credit to Rod for telling me this, that the video is watched 12 times more than the text and everything. And we feel that if we can get your business message out in a 3 to 5 minute clip, professionally done right here in the studio under the high def resolution, great lights, everybody looks great, so you don't ever have to worry about that. And we kind of take you by the hand and lead the way and get you right into the show.
One thing that I wanted to share, especially if you're watching the show and you're a business owner and you're not a part of the chamber. A few years ago, I was granted the opportunity to travel around the country and visit some of the largest chambers in the United States. I got to go out to LA County, spend some time with the Alhambra Chamber, the Pasadena Chamber, and let me tell you something. Those chambers don't have anything on what you guys are doing over there, Paul.
Appreciate
the door's always been open.
Yes.
I'll get an idea and I'll think, hey, I'll be back in a few minutes. I'll get in my car. I'll run over here. They've always been able to, graciously enough, to come in, sit down, listen to what we have to say. And, they are thinking outside the box.
Thank you.
Their job is really to help business owners grow.
Yes.
It's not just to take their money.
Right.
It's to help them grow. It's to help educate them. It's to help them stay ahead of the curve. And I think part of the process that we're going to do, and part of the process of the BizMix panel, excuse me, is to get the businesses, again, to not only think outside of the box, but to learn that they have to be adaptable to the marketplace.
Very well said.
You know, I mean, a lot of times you'll hear about a business going out of business, and you'll think, well, I wonder what they did wrong. Well, they didn't do anything wrong. Can we remember when Blockbuster was one of the biggest businesses in the country? Where are they at today?
Exactly.
Did they do anything wrong? Not really. They just weren't adaptable. They did not adapt to the marketplace, and all of a sudden, on demand and everything else took their place. Wasn't anything that they naturally did. But I just wanted to give a shout out to the West Pasco because you guys are a huge help.
Yes.
And I would just encourage you, if you're not a part of your local chamber, become a part of it.
No doubt.
You're
You really
missing
do.
something if you don't. Because when you can sit down in a group of people and have 50 or 100 or 300 people using their heads to come up with new ideas, that's a lot better than you sitting in your office by yourself trying to beat your head against the wall to figure out what I'm going to do next.
That is so true. That was a very good point. Time for us to take another break already, so stay where you are. We'll be right back after this.
This is one bee that loves going to the dentist because it's made for you and me.
My name is Dr. Becerra from New Tampa Pediatric Dental, providing a comfortable atmosphere in early dental care. Gives kids a great start for healthy teeth and gums for life.
When I go to Dr. B, they don't do anything to hurt you.
I used to be afraid, but I'm not now. I'm not afraid of the dentist anymore. I love to see Dr. B.
Call New Tampa Pediatric Dental today.
Everyone's story is different, so why be limited to just one or two options? With Norcom's Norflex Home Loan, you're given the flexibility to tell your story. Pick your terms from 8 to 30 years, all while maintaining a low, fixed mortgage rate. You can pay off your loan more quickly or choose a term based on your budget and timeline. Whatever you do with the Norflex Home Loan, make it part of your financial plan. Norflex, short-term, long-term, your terms. Apply online at norcommortgage.com.
Revolutionary in his field, Dr. Bonati created, perfected, and patented the Bonati spine procedures. Using his genius, Bonati invented precise tools necessary to minimize surgery, scarring, anesthesia, and recovery. So successful are the Bonati spine procedures, they consistently reflect over 94% patient satisfaction. 45,000 successful procedures have been performed exclusively at our location. Nearly half our patients suffer from failed back and neck surgeries at other facilities. Bonati succeeds where others fail.
Ever need a doctor after hours? Well, searching won't help. But what do? You could go to the urgent care or ER, but if only there was a better way. Introducing the MNO Plus card. No waiting rooms, no copay, no consultation fee, giving you 24/7 access to a doctor by phone or online. It's easy to get started with affordable plans starting at $15 a month for a family of 5. For more information, visit mnoplus.com today.
your hands, ready to take control. All you need, all you want, are you ready to find your way? Cause every day is a new day, and everything's going your way. And you wanna make it last forever. We'll keep it together, cause it keeps getting better.
Welcome back into my chamber tea. What's going on over there, you guys? I'm your host, Barbara.
It's now
Marvel
time for a special announcement. Barbara is speechless.
Anyway, we do have fun. We were just talking about fun. And what is the comment that Chip came up with?
Fantastic, unbelievable networking.
See, and that's what we're doing here. Fun. Okay, I'm going to turn the show over to you guys.
You got out of that one pretty clean. I have a question for Paul.
Yes, sir.
Tell us something that we may not know that's coming up. Any new businesses coming into downtown Newport Richey? How's the new park coming along?
The new park is going to be Chip and the chairman of the board, Miss Victoria Barley, had the opportunity to sit down with Debbie Mans, and she's assured us that the park will, I don't know if it's going to be completely finished, but it will be ready for Bike Fest on October 9th, 10th, and 11th. Cool. So we will be able to have vendors in both places. As we did last year, there'll be stages at both areas, so that's ready to go. We have Market Off Main, which is sitting behind where the new Beef O'Brady's is going to move into the corner of, now you're going to get me, but it's a block, it's the South on Grand, a block off of Main Street. It used to be the Grand Cafe. He's moving into there.
Nice.
Johnny Grits just opened, and I talked to Elliot Pappas, who's the young general manager over there, really, really sharp young man, and they're just about ready to come. They think Cornerstone Pizza will be open by next week, another company of theirs. So that'll be for anybody that doesn't know, Cornerstone is going to be buy by the slice, or you can get a pie and come out. So it's just going to be an in and out type of a place. So with beef with Boulevard with Beef O'Brady's coming in. That's another project. Spoonbills is going to be raised, and they're going to build a whole new building there. I mean, it is just
business is really booming.
And like I said, it started with Dulcet. It continued with the Hacienda getting ready to be resurrected back to its old 1927 boutique style hotel. Mm-hmm. And I think the third big plug and big push in this community was getting Tampa Bay Multimedia up here, and I truly believe that.
I know
you guys have been such a blessing to, and I apologize for hitting my mic, guys. You guys have truly been such a blessing to this community. We're so excited, but we're just excited about everything that's going on.
Well,
and the key
it's like
is
a buzz.
to keep it rolling. We had although Oscar wasn't here, we had Molly here from the mall.
Yes.
And you're getting, you're getting people in the community, the West Pasco community, not just Newport Richey, but you're getting people in the community, you hit the nail on the head before, that are thinking outside of the box.
Gotta do that.
When you get a mall manager that knows how important it is, those restaurants that do not affect him directly financially, but the ones on 19 that do not have business in it, and the first thing he says to you is, we got to get those restaurants filled too. You got somebody in there that's thinking outside the box. He's not just thinking about what do I do to fill up my mall, but what do I do to not only fill up my mall, but how do I fill it and make it successful?
Absolutely, absolutely. Now, Paul, you are very, very instrumental in getting your fingers in all kinds of pies out there. I mean, you attend so much, you head up so many different events and everything. We're going to go ahead and take a look at the clip that we have with you over at Dulcettes, talking about what we were doing there last week, okay?
Yep.
We can go roll that.
Chamber TV, the heartbeat of your community. I am Barbara Marvel Kelly, and I'm here with Chip Wickmanowski, and we have Paul Friedlander to talk about an amazing event right here in the heart of Newport Richey at a fabulous grand place called Dulcettes. Hi, guys.
Hey, how you doing, Barbara?
Hey, Barbara, how you doing? Good to see you.
What is going on today with West Pasco, pray tell?
It's exciting, isn't it? It's fun, fantastic, unbelievable networking.
It is unbelievable networking. You can hear the buzz here. I mean, it's as busy as bees with everybody talking about their businesses, but what a beautiful place to come and really represent the community with the Chamber.
Yeah, we have, with the graciousness of Dulcet, we are going to have Nelson, the owner, come out and speak about his recipe for success today. Chef Paul Sims is actually going to come out and do a cooking demonstration for us today, and you can hear the buzz. People were so excited to have a luncheon here because a lot of them have not been in here before. So we are so excited that we were able to put this together, and you can hear the community's just fired up and excited. And as Chip said, the acronym now for fun is
fantastic, unbelievable networking.
I love that, and it's so true. You guys really raise the bar when it comes to networking, and I truly believe that it's all about having fun and really engaging yourself with other members in the community, consumers and businesses, and that's what we're all about with My Chamber TV as well. Anything else for now, guys?
This is all a big part of our membership drive week. We've still got a couple of events going on, and we know that as people watch this, we're hoping that they'll still come to some of those things that we're going to have a lot of fun at. But our members have told us, Barbara, yeah, networking is important, but they like to have fun. They like interacting. They like having a good time. So that's what we're going to provide them, because that's what they need. That's their value.
Exactly. And how about you, Paul?
We are just so excited again about what's going on here today, but more importantly, Barb, they need to understand the things that you guys have brought to the community, the fact that you are now over here in one of the local buildings right in the heart of downtown Newport Richey, the things that you and John have brought to our community, some of the new programs, the BizMix and the My Chamber TV. If they have any questions about how they need to move their business forward with the programs we've put together with you guys, they need to give us a call and ask.
Absolutely. Thank you, and we'll catch up with you a little bit later. Thanks for joining us. We have more film clips coming up from My Chamber TV, the heartbeat of your community and our community. Barbara Marvel, we'll see you in a little bit. Hi, welcome to My Chamber TV. I'm Barbara Marvel, your host. I'm here with Nico at Dulcettes after a wonderful, yummy lunch, and I have to tell you, you're going to have to try Dulcettes down here in Newport Richey. Hello there, my friend, Mr. Nico.
Hello, how are you doing?
I'm doing really good now that I have a belly full of good food.
Well, it's good to hear. I'm glad you enjoyed it.
I asked Nico what his title was, and it went so long because he wears so many hats. I think I'm going to let him tell you what he's responsible for here at Dulcettes, which is pretty much everything.
Well, not only the event coordinator, I'm also entertainment director and lounge manager. I manage security and pretty much anything else that needs to be done here. My hands are in it.
Well, you're in it to win it, that's for sure.
That's right. I stay out the kitchen, though.
Oh, you stay out the kitchen? Now, you have some special events coming up, but you also have regular nights like Latin night, salsa night. Tell me about that.
Well, every Saturday is Latin night, which starts off at 10 o'clock. It's no cover. Every Friday night is ladies' night, no cover. Starts at 10. Women drink free from 10 to 12. Every Tuesday night, we have live jazz, R&B, and blues bands. No cover. Come in, you dine, enjoy entertainment. And every Thursday, we change it up. It's a Throwback Thursday theme. It might be with a band. It could be a comedy night. Every third Thursday is comedy night, no cover at all. And the same thing with bands. Every second Thursday, we usually have a live band. And every first Thursday, we switch it up as well. So right now, we have pretty much everything booked up from now to the end of the year. So you could always go to our calendar on our website at thedulcet.com to stay updated.
That's amazing. Now I understand why the Newport Richey area is considered the renaissance of the area. Thank you so much, Nico.
Thank you.
My Chamber TV, the heartbeat of your community. You're getting a chance to see all the great things that are happening right here in downtown Newport Richey. Barbara Marvel, we'll see you next time.
TV, you know, I love the fact that they allowed us to come over there and do that filming, because we came in and gave them that exposure, and then now we get to show you a little piece of the action and what's happening right here in downtown Newport Richey. I say, everybody says it seems like it is the new renaissance of the neighborhood, and it certainly is. It's very beautiful here. So you were going to ask my friend Paul a question about what's going on in the community?
Well, we were just talking about some of the new businesses, and you know, we're so close to the new park here. We see all the dirt being moved, and then it was like the roads being taken out, the circle was gone, now there's a new road going in. Yep. It seems like every day, and I want to say, I don't even know who the company is doing that work over there, but they're shakers and rockers and rollers, because with all this rain that we've had, I mean, every day that you go by there, you can tell that something is actually going on.
And they are moving along. The first road, the one right behind the stage, it was like, It was one day it was a road, and it seemed like 2 days later it was a grass field.
Right.
And so you're right. I mean, it's amazing, and I apologize, I don't off the top of my head know the name of the company, but it's amazing when somebody puts their mind and soul to getting something done, how quick it can get done.
Yeah,
it exactly. Is, and this new splash zone. I just have one question. Is there an age limit on that?
No age limits.
Oh
no
my
age
gosh,
limits.
I can't wait.
So it's all you,
I love
boss.
to play in the water.
It's all you.
Where's that going to be now?
That's going to be back, I believe the way it's laid out, it's going to be back towards where the lake is in that area, towards the back side of the park.
Oh, how fun.
It's where the splash zone's going to be. Yeah.
I have to bring my grandson. He loves water. Oh, that's going to be, when's that going to be?
Their goal is to have the park done by the end of the year, but like I said earlier, it's going to be done enough for us to be able to use it for the Bike Fest.
Oh, good. That's right. That's right.
You know, and to me, that's a really cool part of the downtown Newport Richey area. You know, if you get into some of the major cities and stuff, and it's nothing but skyscrapers and concrete, and you come down here, and it's like you've stepped back in time a little bit.
Yes.
But not really. It's just the look and the quaintness and now that you've got, I mean, where can you go to a downtown city and see a river running through it that will take you out to the Gulf of Mexico, have a big fountain over here, have a place where people can put in a kayak, can go paddle boarding, can play in the splash zone.
Play in the splash zone, go up to, not only put your boats in there, but kayaks, canoes, and be able to go to one of the restaurants that sits on the water, either on this side of the river or up on the Port Richey side of the river.
And I feel like every morning I come to work, I feel like I'm at, what's that hotel in Memphis where the ducks walk out every day?
Oh, yes.
Well, it used to be Opryland. It's now a Gaylord Hotel.
Yeah. I mean, the ducks, they come and see us every day. They're walking around. And you know, you see that interaction. I see people walking around the park. I see people sitting around the park, feeding the ducks. It's just a great atmosphere down here. And you guys have done a great job.
And the city, and I got to, we talked about, and you've had an opportunity to meet both of them. I think they've both been on the show, but Debbie Manns, who's the city manager that's been here for about 14 or 15 months, and Mario Iazzoni, who's the business development director, who's been here just a little longer than she has. But I got to tell you something, along with people like you moving into the market and helping, is they have been such proponents of business. And when I've run into a chamber member, or even not a chamber member, somebody that's having a challenge, I will go to them or have them go to them, and they seem to get it done. And that's the other thing.
That's what you need.
It has to be, I understand rules and regulations apply to a certain extent, but it's got to still be business friendly.
Yes.
It's got to be, and they are so pro-business. And they've really overcome I walked into a customer a few months ago that had a big smile on his face because he was waiting. And it happened right away.
Right. Well, Mario was a big part of us getting in here.
Oh, my goodness.
He was such an assistance. And you know, yesterday I actually went down to our new Johnny Grits restaurant, and I saw Debbie in there eating. And I thought that was really cool, you know.
Yeah.
I was sharing with the people that I was in there. I said, you know, the lady over here, I said, she's a major part of the new management system, if you would, of Newport Richey, and why so many things are going on down here. And again, I mean, you think about it, we're still, maybe the economy's starting to come up a little bit, but we're still kind of flatlined. We're not like we're skyrocketing, but you wouldn't know it if you were down here.
Exactly.
So when the economy really does take off, and you know with what's going on in Pasco County, I mean, from Highway 19 out to Highway 75, even from a residential standpoint, this is the #1 developed corridor in the country.
Yes.
And
not
on
in
that-
Florida, not in Pasco, in the United States,
And
right here in our own backyard.
That is huge. It is huge. And on that note, it's time to take a break. We'll be right back.
This is one bee that loves going to the dentist because it's made for you and me.
My name is Dr. Becerra from New Tampa Pediatric Dental, providing a comfortable atmosphere in early dental care. Gives kids a great start for healthy teeth and gums for life.
When I go to Dr. B, they don't do anything to hurt you.
I used to be afraid, but I'm not now. I'm not afraid of the dentist anymore. I love to see Dr. B.
Call New Tampa Pediatric Dental today.
Everyone's story is different, so why be limited to just one or two options? With Norcom's Norflex Home Loan, you're given the flexibility to tell your story. Pick your terms from 8 to 30 years, all while maintaining a low, fixed mortgage rate. You can pay off your loan more quickly or choose a term based on your budget and timeline. Whatever you do with the Norflex Home Loan, make it part of your financial plan. Norflex, short-term, long-term, your terms. Apply online at norcommortgage.com.
Revolutionary in his field, Dr. Bonati created, perfected, and patented the Bonati spine procedures. Using his genius, Bonati invented precise tools necessary to minimize surgery, scarring, anesthesia, and recovery. So successful are the Bonati spine procedures, they consistently reflect over 94% patient satisfaction. 45,000 successful procedures have been performed exclusively at our location. Nearly half our patients suffer from failed back and neck surgeries at other facilities. Bonati succeeds where others fail.
Ever need a doctor after hours? Well, searching won't help. But what do? You could go to the urgent care or ER, but if only there was a better way. Introducing the MNO Plus Card. No waiting rooms, no copay, no consultation fee, giving you 24/7 access to a doctor by phone or online. It's easy to get started with affordable plans starting at $15 a month for a family of 5. For more information, visit mnoplus.com today.
Keep it together, 'cause it keeps getting better.
back into my chamber TV. You're not going to get me to do that this time.
Okay, well.
I'm going to do this professionally.
You know what I heard?
What'd you hear?
You know what I heard, Paul?
What'd you hear?
I heard not only is there a splash zone, but I heard there's going to be like this really cool place, which you can already do, where you can actually skateboard or longboard, if you would.
No way.
Because you may see this crazy dude come through. I think his name is John, and I think he's getting ready to join us right now. So, as I've said, downtown Newport Richey is a great place to longboard. If you're down here, stop on in and see Tampa Bay Multimedia.
It's a great place to longboard, especially at night.
And so this is Mr. Tampa Bay Multimedia, John Gaston.
Do you stream?
Turn around, turn around. Our new shirts and everything. Hey, how you doing, bud?
I'm actually, I feel really good. I sound like junk, but I feel really good.
We all have this little thing going on here.
Hey, John, let me ask you a question. What barber do you use?
Well, same one you use.
Oh,
Except,
good.
you know what? I pay for the whole cut.
You follow, thanks. That was not a good choice of words on my part. was it?
Have mercy, have mercy.
He will always one-up us.
That's right.
Every single time. So?
Yeah, so you guys have been to Johnny Grits, right? Oh, let me tell you something. We went there last night, and the food is absolutely phenomenal.
What'd you have?
I actually had the Creole chicken.
Ooh, yum.
Which, because I like spice. And and my wife had the shrimp and grits.
With the andouille sausage?
Oh, my
Dude,
God.
that is just too good.
And you know, they brought out this tomato soup. Oh, God. That was really good.
And that's like right around here.
I can longboard there from here.
I'm not surprised.
I really can. It's awesome.
I think there's a parking spot down there that says Longboarders Park.
Longboarders
It's kind of
Park.
like out the Villages.
That's
you know?
right.
There you go. There you go.
It's an awesome place, I'll tell you. Yeah, it's just amazing. You know, we come from Tarpon. Everybody knows where Tampa Bay originated from. And I thought that was the last small town feel community. And you know, I was one of those kind of guys that said, oh, you know, Pasco, whatever, Pasco. But we've lived here now for almost 6 months, and I'll tell you what, I absolutely love it. And at night, this is a great little place. There's a lot to do down here. There's plenty of restaurants. If you like bars, there's bars. There's, and you know, there's theater. Which, where else can you go? Where else can you go and actually get theater?
Yep.
And actually, I think we have two theaters.
Two theaters. You have
Right.
Jimmy
And-
Ferraro Studio
Yes.
Theater, which is a black box
Yeah.
theater that he sells out. He opened it. He was in town 10 years ago and then went on the road with his wife. He opened that theater, I want to say about a year plus ago, and I don't think he's not had a sold-out audience yet.
Wow.
Right, yeah. And
And
then you
then
have
the Suncoast Ritchie
Suncoast-
Theater.
Well,
with
which
that.
actually, I'm very proud to say that my son, my youngest boy,
Is in Young
Young
Frankenstein.
Frankenstein.
Oh,
So, and we're actually going to do an interview. Delynn, my wife, who does Moving Forward TV, we're actually going to go down there one night and do an interview down there,
That'll be awesome.
and then we'll put them on whoever.
Chip was in Bye Bye Birdie.
Yeah,
They
Chip
were
was in
recent.
Bye Bye Birdie.
Yeah.
Chip's. Yeah, I think if he could be in Young Frankenstein, he would.
Oh,
He
yeah.
probably would.
Yeah,
Chip
in
would.
a heartbeat.
So now I've not been invited to dance. I've not been
Dance,
invited
lunch.
to go eat.
Or
and
the
now
sh-
I've not been invited to go to the theater.
Well, everybody's
There's a
invited.
consistent message here.
You think?
Everybody's invited to go. I know. I think it's September 10th through the 27th for Young Frankenstein. It's every weekend except.
And I think the way Marie does it, you actually get a family night to go with sort of their dress rehearsal, isn't it?
Yeah.
That's so neat.
You know, let me tell you what. Let me tell you something that's very cool. Okay, what you don't see behind us is this is actually a big, massive green wall. So because we chroma key, we do this live, and this is our technology. Well, my wife, I called her up one night and said, "Hey, let's have date night." She goes, "Okay, awesome." I said, "Yeah, we're gonna go paint." And she went, "What?" And she goes, "Yep." I said, "We're gonna go paint." She goes, "Why?" I said, "Well, because we need to do the stage green." So we went over and told my youngest, who was at practice, "Hey, we're over at the studio and we're gonna be painting. So when you're done, just come on over." Delynn and I had probably got through the main wall, kinda. And next thing I know, my son walks in and he brings the whole troop.
Oh, awesome.
Kids and parents. And every one of them said, "Oh, we hear you're painting." And we're like, "Yeah." And so it wasn't even a can we help? It's like they come and put brushes out of our hands, rolls out of our hands, and finish this stage. They are the best. So
That's awesome.
I told them, I said, no
fun.
matter what you guys need from Tampa Bay Multimedia, you got it. It's really, and
Absolutely.
that's that whole community.
Yeah, that's
You know, it
awesome.
is.
Yeah,
When
it
you
is.
told me that the other day, that was really exciting. And this is a huge set.
Oh,
it really
yeah.
is. This is a lot of
Ask
painting.
Rod. He knows. He painted it first by himself.
Yeah, well, that's what happened. I painted it twice, and then John said, well, I think we're going to paint it green. And I'm like, we? Oh, yeah, we're going to help. So the cool thing is I get up that morning, and there's this text that had came to me about 12:30, that night.
we all
and
got
it said, with a picture of the thing already painted green, that says, we're done. And I'm just like, well, that's pretty cool. I can go back to bed.
I don't hear you whining about not being invited to that.
I was just going to say, well, he was painting while we were at lunch and dancing, right?
That is true, probably.
Yeah.
But-
go ahead.
But no, it was cool. When John told me the story, it just, that makes you feel good.
Oh, yeah, it does.
I mean,
That's
to stop
great.
and think about, in the news today, all we hear is about the bad stuff.
I know. Yeah.
We don't hear about the good things
Exactly.
that are going on. And to me, that was just one of the coolest things that's
awesome.
happened since we've
Of course,
been here.
I had to get my wife a real date night. So,
there you go.
She now if she'll preface it as I'm not painting.
I'm not painting.
So, not
That's
painting
a good
anymore.
one.
Yeah.
Well, that's what we're doing here at Tampa Bay Multimedia. We have a lot of shows. How many shows do we?
We're up to 15 shows now, and actually we signed a brand new one today with Tom Weiss, which is even cooler.
Yes, very.
And
cool.
actually, you're getting ready to add a new one.
Yes, I am.
Which
Shop,
is-
Shop Talk TV.
Yep. Yep. That's to me that so we're growing and we're always looking for new shows. As a matter of fact, I got a feeling that if we kind of push, Mario is going to do What's Up Newport Richie. We're going to call it the Renaissance of Newport Richie. And he's going to do a monthly show because I know we have the Tuesday night meetings over there, but that's more of the corporate side of
Right.
And he's going to take ownership and do I'm hoping. We've talked about it now. He said yes if he can make sure it all. But I'm just going to put the pressure under him now and say he's going to do it because what you talk about is what you bring about, right? Is that what you always say?
What you think about, you
There
bring
go.
about.
So,
Absolutely.
and to me, what a great show because my wife came up with an idea the other night, and we're going to start talking to chambers and cities about Through the Ages. We literally, because I don't know anything about Newport Richie other than what you told me and what Mario's has told me, but. Then I had some of the older folks that live here, and they told me about some stuff. But we used to have Hollywood actors.
Right. Well, it used to be the Hollywood.
Vacation.
It used to be called
here.
the Hollywood of the East.
Right. And when they get done with the Hacienda, that's going to be absolutely phenomenal. But these were high dollar. These were big people that used to come to Newport Richie.
We're sitting
Right.
in the Gloria Swanson parking lot.
I was just
and
going to say Gloria
there's
Swanson.
Shirley Temple Black had a house on the river.
Right. So see, that's what I'm telling you. There's so much here that you don't know. So my wife had this great idea. We're going to come up Through the Ages, and we're Through the Ages Newport Richie, Through the Ages whatever whoever wants to
Good
jump
idea.
on board.
Good
It's
idea.
going to be great. So we're putting new shows on every single day. Plus some of the shows that we have now are actually syndicated. I love to say that we're international. We're not just local. We're not just national, but we're international because a lot of our viewership are people overseas that are watching what's going on because they've got connections here.
Right.
So we truly are international. So
That's awesome.
to me, it's good. My goal is to have at least 4 or 5 shows a day, every day except for Sunday, and then Sunday is our weekend review. And we've started that in the last couple of weeks, and that's been a big hit because now people that couldn't catch the shows
that's great.
during the week
that's awesome.
are actually
Yeah.
going Sunday. Then every show gets run twice, from 8 a.m. in the morning until 8 a.m. the next morning. So we run it, we cycle all the way through.
I tell you, I really have to give a lot of credit to John. We do have a lot of fun here, but John truly thinks way ahead and out of the box always. And he comes up with these things and goes, where did that come from? It's just amazing.
Fell off his skateboard.
Yeah.
Like
I got an idea.
I got an idea.
Yeah, I used to have hair. A lot of them. No, I'm just kidding. But it's like the program we're bringing out, the Biz Mix. And I know you guys have talked about it already. To me, that is, I can't believe that I came up with some of it. Rod's actually the one that really kind of drove it home and put the real in my opinion, I'm all about shows.
Right.
So me, it's just about, okay, what kind of content can I give? And Rod says, well, you know what? We can structure this where it works really good and works really well, and it can be a benefit for everybody.
Absolutely.
And and what better else the chamber, to partner up with the chamber, West Pasco. I mean, you guys are phenomenal to work with. I've worked with a lot of chambers, as you know. I mean, I've been parts of chambers, and I get it. And when I love it when I go to someone and they'll go, yeah, that's a great idea, and then they embrace it. Yeah. It's what really hurts is when you go to people and they have that blank. You're like, huh?
They don't get it.
You're like, okay, I'll talk to you later. Watch what they do, and it's working. And I mean, I walk down the street now with a shirt on, and everybody knows who we are, and I don't even know who they are, and they're like, oh, hey, you're.
See, I knew that was going to happen, though. But when you're doing really good and giving back in the community, which we really do, and we're all we're all professionals, but we all love having all kinds of fun up here. There's a lot of different social events, mixers, lunches, breakfasts, which we'll invite you sometime.
We promise to invite you. But this right here,
the paid ones.
If we're late, start without us.
The paid ones, right? The paid ones.
Yeah, exactly. And we embrace. I embrace. One of our biggest goals moving into this new location was to be able to work with all the schools, and to bring their video departments in here. Let them get a taste of what we really do, what the industry's really like. Everybody gets to intern somewhere, and they get to fetch coffee, or they get to sweep up, or they get to pick up paper, or run and go do this. We really want them to come in here hands-on, because then they get a taste for it, and then that way that'll drive them into a better education, get better educated. I've always said one of the biggest problems in America today, and I'm not trying to get political here, is our education level.
Yes.
If we educate better, everybody will do better.
Exactly.
And I'm hoping and praying that Tampa Bay Multimedia is a part of that, better than the education.
Oh, it is, and you do embrace that with bringing the kids in here. And I mean, you've hired a couple of them that you've been mentoring.
I've got two guys that work for me are probably some of the hardest working guys I've ever met in my life. I mean, they don't worry about staying late, or it's a Saturday, or John's crazy.
Well, we know
that's typically where
we know that.
Crazy. And it's always really, really good ideas. I mean, and believe it or not, because of them, we've come up with other shows. We're in development now, and this is going to, I know this is for the older folks, they're going to go, what? But we're going to do a D&D show, which is a Dungeons and Dragons show, which has never been done. I mean, there's streamers out there. There's people that they kind of, but no one's doing it the way we're going to do it. It's literally going to be like a sports cast. It's going to be the game and here again, this is green, so we'll have a whole different setup here. The players will be up here, and we have a sportscasters on the other side. Actually, it's the casters, and then we have an interview on the other side. So we'll be utilizing almost 11 cameras.
Oh, that'll be
awesome.
Wow!
Yeah. All live.
Awesome.
And again, thinking out of the box.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's so good. And something else, with all these shows that we're doing, I really do have to give my own personal plug. These are affordable shows. Yes. And that's one of the reasons why I joined Tampa Bay Multimedia. I actually met John for the first time at a chamber member.
Yeah, I met Barb back when we were BPI, and actually I was the vice chair of another chamber, and we had a big mixer there. And then I think it was like a year and a half later, Barb and I did a infomercial on a couple of different things. So let me tell you, Barb knows the good side of John and bad side of John.
But I love both.
But my lighting's really good.
That's one of the reasons why I'm here. I go, you want me to do what? Okay, how soon did I get up here? Because we did that work before, and I knew lighting is everything. I mean, everybody looks good, doesn't matter.
Yep.
And high def, the equipment. And you know what? You're welcome to come for a tour of the studio as well. We have a lovely green room. We have a control room.
Yes.
And we have a sound booth and this lovely stage.
I'm a person magnet, because I met Rod about 2 years ago.
Yep.
And I went to an event he put on, and I went to him. I said, "Hey, this is awesome, but I can make it better." He goes, "What do you do?" And I said, "Well, I'm in TV production, blah blah blah." And he's like, "Well, I got a TV production guy." I said, "Yeah." I said, "But just trust me." So he came in the studio. Next thing you know, I was doing work for My Network One, which was awesome, and you know,
That's awesome.
and that was a great product. And then now 2 years later, I've sucked him into the business.
Yeah, you did.
Now he's my business
Wow.
partner, which is, you know, there's a long time ago, me and my wife both said that we're not taking any more partners on ever again. But Rod is just about the most trustworthy guy I've ever met in my life. So, and you know what? Because he's older than I am, not much, but he's older than me.
Why did he have to bring that up?
But he's
going
been there
somewhere with that.
Yeah, he is.
You know, I never want to learn from someone it's been a cakewalk for him.
Yes,
I want to
yes.
learn from someone that's been through the struggles and has made it.
Yeah.
Yes.
And that's why, you know, I really trust what Rod says.
My dad used to say, if you're going to follow somebody if you're going to go through a minefield, you should always follow somebody.
Yeah.
You know,
Oh,
we actually live pretty close to each other, so
Yeah, I do now.
every once in a while, you know, over the last couple of months, I've woke up, heard my name screaming, and I'd be like, "Oh my gosh, is that John?" But this has been. I never really saw myself doing this, but like I said, I was a customer first.
Yes.
You know, that's the weird thing about some of the things that we're doing is sometimes you become a customer first, and you really appreciate the value of what you're getting. And when I heard that he was moving down here, it was almost like, you know, I came down here and just started kind of asking a lot of questions, and the next thing you know, it kind of led into one thing. And I'm really excited about this. I find myself actually spending more time here than I do, you know, with my other company. But I enjoy this. I've met a lot of great people. I'm meeting new people every day, such as yourself. I mean, we didn't know each other until a couple of months ago, and this has just been exciting. So, like Barbara said, we invite everybody to come down to the studio, take a tour, see what's going on, and see how we can help you get your message out. 'Cause that's what we do.
And being involved for about a year and a half with the My Chamber TV, it didn't take long after I met you and we had an opportunity, came over to the office and stuff, to see what an integral part you were going to become working with John. So we were excited about that too.
I appreciate that.
He's quite an asset.
And you know, just put the word out there for all you chamber.
You have 1 minute.
I know chambers that are not on board yet. This doesn't cost a chamber a dime. This is my way of giving back to the chambers, because I mean the chambers are an important part of a business, and it's just like Barbara and you both have said, you get out of what you put in.
Absolutely.
So if you utilize your resources, it's there. So if you're a chamber member and if you're a chamber and you want to be on, just contact me, Rod, or Barb, and we will take care of you and get you on here and book you and make everybody happy.
Absolutely. In fact, we're members of the West Pasco. In fact, I think we are going to be doing a ribbon cutting coming up in October.
We are.
Yay.
Yep. We're going to tie it in with a ribbon cutting and some exciting things you guys got going on. It's going to be a blast.
It'll be
Absolutely. So
I think I'm going to think get to that one.
You can.
Should we?
Does
he have to pay?
Yes, we have
Does
to
he?
now because we told him about it.
Well, the cat's out of the bag, so might as well.
Oh, darn. Well, I want to thank you guys, and thank you, Bud, for coming on.
You're
It was
welcome.
awesome. It was fun.
Yeah, and I want to thank you for joining us on My Chamber TV. We are the heartbeat of the community, and you can feel the heartbeat, the pulse of the excitement right here at Tampa Bay Multimedia, right in downtown Newport Richey. So give us a call, come on board, come on the show. It won't cost you anything but just your time and lots of fun and personality. So once again, thanks for joining us. We'll see you next week with Wes Pasco as our very special guest.